About the second week or so, I gave them a mantra, and I told them why I was giving them that particular mantra. It was because it means I honor my inner self. I honor that supreme consciousness that knows you're awake, asleep, or dreaming, or whatever. And when I said the words, Om Namah Shivaya, Big John, sitting back there, says, Om Namah who? I ain't gonna do that shit. I said, John, I don't know if you're gonna do it or not, but your eyes are closed and your mouth is shut. That much I know. But do you want to get the benefit of it? Did I fight him and say, you gotta do it? No, what's he gonna do? He's gonna fight back. So we learn in the PeaceMaker circles to do what I'm talking about. We just, like I said, had that meeting today. There's another meeting another day and so on. We have meetings. Whenever you need a meeting, we can have a meeting. Because if you need it, you deserve it. And we can gather people together and have what they say in some traditions, satsang, the company of the seekers of truth, or they call it sangha in the Buddhist tradition. And we here are seekers of truth. Why? You know the four-way test. That's about it. I'm a member of the Rotary Club of Peace Educators. It's all the way in Raleigh, Durham. That's where the main starting of it was. There's also the center there where people learn about peace and so on. But we are the change makers. This club is going to be a dynamo now, because guess what you get to do? You get to be able to bring in something else. This is within a generation. One generation, you will see the world so vastly different. Imagine all the kids in the world. Oh, wait a minute, I want to, would you all stand up real quickly? Because I see people sort of starting to doze off, and I know I'm boring, but if you will. No, really, I'm serious, because every 15 minutes you should be up and moving. And because of this thing called neuropathy, I'm going to hold on to this chair, but we're going to alternate an elbow, if you can, with a knee as we breathe out. So it goes like this. You breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. You do it the best you can.
That's a lot to coordinate.
Okay? Yeah. I know that. That's why I was a PE teacher. Come on, sit down now. That's enough. So now why did we do that? It oxygenates your system. It gets the blood flowing. And the blood flowing is important because it oxygenates the brain. The brain uses more oxygen than any organ in the body. I was on a call. One of the top hominologists in the world is on our PeaceMakers circle that we met today. His name is Ashok Patel. Ashok is out of the Mayo Clinic in Rochester. He helped sponsor me to go to the international. And it was just fantastic. He works with the guys going to Mars, the astronauts. He just told us today he's invited to that big international conference in Davos. Economic, what is it? Holy. Excuse me again. You read my lips, didn't you?
Sounds great.
So the challenge is you figure out your vision of peace. And right now you should have written it down, but I didn't make it. But at any rate, write your vision of peace down. It'll get modified. Mine's been modified over the past 5 years. So you then get together with a group of people like this group, or even a smaller group, and you figure out what your group vision is going to be. It's going to be a grander vision than your personal vision. It may be stop bullying at this classroom. Or it may be to be able to create a peace garden. Not a victory garden, a peace garden. It's a pollinator garden with vegetables and all that good stuff to help the poor. We won't have any more poor when all these people do it. Imagine if people, let's see if I don't have it in my back pocket, holy cow. I usually carry what's called a snot rag. A snot rag is a handkerchief. And people used to pull them out and go, and put it back in the pocket, right? You've seen that in the past somewhere, maybe in the ancient movies, because I know you never saw it. This flag saves how many trees? Oh my goodness. An oak tree saved a house, many houses, up in Altadena fires. I drove up there, and you see devastation of blocks, but suddenly there's a house there and there's an oak tree. You don't know the value of oaks. If we did know the value of oaks, we would never cut them down. If we did, we would trim them for their health, and we would have somebody who really knew things about the health of the tree rather than some guy who just cuts here and there and anywhere. Because you got to talk to a plant. And if you don't know about the secret life of plants, that's an interesting book. But I can tell you all kinds of books if you're interested in reading. I don't read anymore, I just listen. It's a lot easier. And I used to love sitting around a campfire, telling the stories too. So all these kids figure out their grander version because they've gotten into groups. Then the winners of the school, let's say Royal High School has every record room or whatever, where they take the roll, everyone would set up their vision. And then they're presented to the whole school. And the school has public and administrators and different people to choose the best one to go on to a higher level, like Simi Valley Schools. Well, they go on to the higher level. Instead of competing against them, we collaborate. We figure out a grander vision of peace to manifest. Imagine this all over the world. I have people in Liberia that are working. They're mainly working on the environment. Why? They need some food. I have 5 minutes, or I'm done?
You can. Do we have time for questions?
Oh yeah, I'm stopping. Well, let me see.
We can listen to you all day long.
Okay, we don't need that. Okay, character team building. 90% reduction in violence at the refugee camp within 2 years with character development. Team cohesion is really good. Active listening. Who has ever been taught how to listen? Come on, raise your hand, would you? Nobody's been taught how to listen in school? Have you been told to listen? Listen!
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
taught.
But nobody taught you that.
Finish recording.
I taught my kids that. How do you listen? Well, you gotta have your shoulders square to the speaker, eyes on the speaker, and your mouth shut. That much I know is the active listening skill. You may not be listening, you may be off in Wonderland, but at least I know it's quiet and your eyes are on me. I have more of a chance of communicating with you. So, that's active listening. Selfless service and helpfulness. That is what Rotary is all about. We do this, quote, naturally because we know it works. Look at what we've done with polio. Could you pass me my drink, please? Nonviolent communication. I gave you an example of nonviolent communication, didn't I? I don't know if you're doing that, John, but I know you know you're quiet. Simple way to do it. Okay, spread the challenge. How do you do that? Share the PeaceMakers brochure, join the PeaceMakers Circles Network, practice PeaceMakers Miracle Method. You can get that all from that QR code that's on the brochure. And this is what comes from inside. The value of going inside to meditate. The intellect, it's inside. But we can't tap into it if we're thinking about all kinds of craziness. I gave a civil engineer yesterday a query that he could not solve. And PE teachers did it. A 1 foot long ruler, a 1 foot long string, and a hammer. Make the ruler on the table with only 1 inch on the table, everything else hanging from it. Couldn't solve the problem yet. Hasn't done it yet. But now it's all time for, we won't talk about thymus. No, that's done. We're done. But we could do that. That's the power of one small thing. You ever seen this?
Hmm.
Oh God, I gotta play it then. Let's see if I can. You know how to turn it on?
Is it?
Play? Yeah, it's a video.
Let me see. We might have to do it from the computer.
Okay.
There it goes.
There it goes. There it
It's
goes.
going.
5 millimeters high and 1 millimeter thick, and I will carefully place it. And there are 13 dominoes. The largest domino, it weighs about 100 pounds. It is more than a meter tall.
You can hear he's in shape. Listen to this.
That was 13 dominoes. If I had 29 dominoes, the last domino would be as tall as the Empire State Building.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It was such a great speech.
I get caught up in doing things, you see.
So this is just a little thank you
Oh,
from the Rotary Club.
thank you.
And little speaker gift. So my theme this year is kindness in motion.
I like that.
And it's, thank you. And it's very important to me, the four-way test. So this is a challenge coin, and this is something I have on a keychain. It's kind of my grounding technique too.
Excellent.
So you're familiar with the four-way test.
I read it every week.
Okay, so here's this, and then this is our international theme this year. You were at the convention,
Yes.
so Unite for Good. All right,
Thank you.
and thank you. Thank you so much. And then I look forward to the pamphlets. Thanks for leaving that behind, and we can put some of these peacemaking challenges in practice.